let's work on IK systems for the pelvic limbs. We'll start on the right side. We'll grab the right pelvis bone. Alt right click, grab our IK solver, which is the history independent solver, and we'll go ahead and connect that to our nub. All right, so here's the behavior we'll get. Beautiful. All right, let's go ahead and rename this to HIK underscore R pelvis 01. And now at this point, we can go ahead and have this linked to our PT ENV object for the pelvis. Okay, great. Next, let's go ahead and store this in objects to hide. And we are good to go here. All right, so following that, we can now go ahead and work on our pelvic limb. So grabbing the femur, we'll go ahead and alt right click, and we want to connect to pastern A. Okay, great. So here's the behavior we get. Beautiful. Now, if you ever wanted to adjust your preferred angle, it's just a matter of selecting the bone that needs to be reworked. So sometimes if we don't add a decent angle initially when we create our bone objects, we may not get the rotation we want. And that happens often with this metatarsal bone. So it's just a matter of grabbing that object, heading over to your hierarchy panel, choosing IK, and now you can go ahead and scroll down until you find the preferred angle, which in this case is our Z-axis. So right now it's set to something pretty decent, about -52. So we could always just type that value in and we're good to go. So if you find that it's less than that, go ahead and crank that up to 52, making sure we're still in IK mode, which we should be by default. And that should give you a much better preferred angle. All right, beautiful. So let's go ahead and rename this to HIK underscore R pelvic limb 01. Again, we'll have this stored in objects to hide. And then we'll want this linked to our global control just to make sure it will scale. All right, beautiful. So now with that selected, you could always hit the page up hotkey to test that. And we're good to go. So it's the same step for the opposite side. Go in and create your IK goals. Set up the preferred angle if you need to. Again, we use -52. And then following that, we just want to make sure the IK goals are linked. So for the left pelvis bone, that IK gets linked to PT ENV pelvis. And then we know that the pelvic limb IK gets linked to the global control. So let's make sure all of those steps are taken care of. They're stored in their layers. And we'll be finished with this lesson. In the following lesson, we can start to design our animation controls.